What up, Hyperchange? Welcome to another episode. Today we are talking about Model 3 production at the end of Q1. Unless you've been living under a rock, you know that Tesla has been consistently promising to be able to hit the production run rate of 2,500 Model 3s per week by the end of this quarter, which is just in a couple days. They will be reporting the official numbers in a press release next week. All eyes are going to be on Tesla. I am guesstimating that Tesla will say they are producing over 2,000 Model 3s per week. They had an incredible surge at the very end of the quarter, and they are still on track to hit 5,000 Model 3s per week by the end of Q2. Now let's break this down a little bit. The Bloomberg tracker, which I put in my video only yesterday, was saying that Model 3 production was at about 1,026 per week. Then yesterday afternoon, after I recorded my video, they updated the tracker to say that production was at 1,076 per week. Great, it's increasing. But beyond that, they added this new feature called the trend, which extrapolates what Model 3 production is gonna look like for the next couple weeks, and they have it doubling in 2 weeks to over 2,000 units per week. So this is incredibly awesome news, and this is sort of backing up recent VIN data that came out about 2 weeks ago, where we were seeing record high VINs, first in the 15,000s, then in the 18,000s, being reported by Tesla, sort of an early sign of a late surge in production at the end of the quarter. Now Bloomberg is baking that into their model as well. Then today we also got new news from Bloomberg that was over some leaked employee email that said that Tesla was already producing over 200 Model 3s per day, which already extrapolates to over 1,000 per week, and they were making a major push to hit 300 Model 3s per day in the last couple days of this quarter. What I think is going on at Tesla is they're in the middle of this insane ramp, literally the middle of the S curve, going from 1,000 per week to 2,000 per week. They're gonna try and make it look like in the last couple days of the quarter, they're at that 2,000 per week run rate so they can tout it in the press release, but really I don't actually think that's what the company's gonna be producing at. Because if you remember at the end of Q4, they said that there were, certain parts of the Model 3 production line, this and that, was extrapolating to production of over 1,000 per week. Well, right after they reported that, in the first couple weeks of Q1, production fell off a cliff and was in the low hundreds per week. And so, Tesla loves to extrapolate. They have these incredibly ambitious deadlines to meet. And so I think they're gonna tout being above 2,000, but I think in reality, they're gonna be somewhere closer to 1,500. Now, does this matter? I don't really care that Tesla's missed its production target of 2,500 per week by the end of Q1. That's just an arbitrary deadline that was extremely ambitious. They've kind of shot themselves in the foot by making that. 1,500 Model 3s per week is still equivalent to about 75,000 per year, which is equivalent to about $3.5 or $4 billion in revenue run rate for the Model 3 already. I think the market will actually be pretty pleased when they report these numbers because, the market has been really skeptical. If they can say they're building Model 3 confidently above 1,000 or above 1,500 per week, then I think the market is gonna be pretty stoked on this news. But so that is what I'm expecting next week. Tesla comes in a little under 2,500 with some extrapolation line, and really in reality, production is more around 1,500 per week. I'm hoping they will keep their goal of producing 5,000 Model 3s per week by the end of Q2, but once again, that's still up in the air. And I think it's so important to remember that, as the market is writing off Tesla, as everyone seems to be losing faith in the company, it seems like they have finally ironed out the bulk of these issues. They're pumping out, thousands of Model 3s, scaling from, 0 to over 1,000 per week where it is now, is a much faster ramp in production than the Model S had or than the Model X had. So, if you take a step back, Tesla has done a phenomenal job here. I'm super excited about them continuing to ramp production next quarter, holding all my stock and amped for what the future is gonna look like. Anyway, if you like this episode and you would love to support us, you can check out our Patreon page. If you become a Hyperchanger and support us on Patreon, you will be getting the exclusive Hyperchange newsletter that comes out every Sunday. Probably don't wanna miss that. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.